Okay. All right, I'll take care of that business. Now, and then you breaking news about Bontinich say, Dampare has been sacked by the IGP. By the president, sorry. Dampare has been sacked by the president of the republic. Now, sa asemuya abedahui obebusa say na yatete senkofo bi ka say Dampare yentumi nsake no. Na Dampare e wo say the dwuma ne Germany ye. You know, John Mahama nipa bia, you don't have to provoke him. Say about Ghana mra yede chichire man 90% of politicians in Ghana John Mahama ni muchen omu nyina. Say about governance, the nitty-gritties, the techniques, and how to have your way positively in governance. John Mahama, majority of the so-called think tanks, any intellectuals, any those foolish people parading on your streets say they are intelligent because they speak somebody's language, you know. John Mahama knows the job than all of them. They are foolish. They are just hungry people. And John Mahama is somebody, he smiles a lot. But don't dare provoke John Mahama. Dampare are sacking in them because of those fools who thought to say Dampare could use them to intimidate John Mahama. And I keep telling people, this John Mahama you are seeing is not that John Mahama you knew in 2012, 2013, 2014. This is a new brand. Or your iPhone 17, John Mahama. Or your the latest version. So if you try to think, say, you are a group of people, and now you are groups of people, you can use some tactics to intimidate him, to make him feel, say, he's under pressure. Then John Mahama is going to show the other side of him. You, majority, you have not seen. And Dampare being fired today was because of those people Dampare hired to think, say, they can hide behind text messages and courts to make Dampare, who is the president, or Dampare, who was appointed by the president, to stay in office. Dampare is a police officer, like any police officer. Dampare's position was given to him by the president. The president has the right to sack Dampare, and nobody in Ghana can stop the president from sacking Dampare. That's it. And he said, Dampare is going to hide behind some dumb heads, some foolish idiots who think, say, this is Ghana. We can use the media. We can say things. We can write things for people to think, say, we are intelligent. Into Dampare cannot be sacked. Then I want to tell you people, say, Sanko for Jimmy, they don't even know why the limit of the president's power and what the president can do at the time. Dampare sacking, no, it is because of fools like these. It is because of foolish men like these. You're from security analyst. It's because of idiots like these who think, say, John Mahama, they're oilful. John Mahama, there he's easy. We can pressurize him to quell. No, you are the fools who have forced John Mahama to sack Dampare because at a particular time, the president of the republic needs to prove to you people that he is the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces and he is the president. People like you, Salman Way, and Kofi Benson, the likes, you know, you fools who think, say, you can impose your foolish mentality on Ghanaians and ideology, you know, you are the fools who got Dampare to be sacked. Mwe Jimmy, you think Ghana, at every time, you know, NDC power, you people can hide behind this foolish brofotan time be amoka and enquasia titles be a damoso to skew the system to favor you guys. You people have been doing this for years. Now, my mention the Kudientia, Dampare sacking, no, it was easy for the president to do. Now, when somebody says, say, these people have gone to court and that they are going to stop Dampare from being sacked, you need to know, sir, from there now, these people are too foolish to understand. Now, the question here is, when it comes to security matters, when it comes to national security issue, the president should be comfortable with anyone he wants to work with. The president has to make sure Obia oniniye jumebian or trusteno. And I'm not saying that Dampare is a bad police officer. He's not. I'm not saying Dampare did not deliver as a police officer. He did. But the issue is the person who is in charge believes that he might be more comfortable with somebody else than Dampare. That does not make Dampare a bad police officer. That does not make Dampare nipa bonini It is the person who wants to govern and people he believes that he can have some trust or he's comfortable with. So for the president to come out and say, Dampare is a good person, but I believe that there are some people I can work with that I will be comfortable with. It does not make Dampare a bad police officer. It does not make Dampare a default police officer that Obia appointing and nobody can sack him. No. When you do that, then it means to say agenda na etari echino is to make or sabotage the president and the government. Because the Chief Justice now, Modi Assembly Command a Supreme Court to say, Mo Baba Kachen say, nobody should. The president should not even think. Because at this point, you are speculating. In Kofowe Court, omo foolish group when say they are going to tell the Supreme Court to say, to say, yeah, be sack Dampare into the Supreme Court should stop it. The question is, so you are going to court on speculations. How do you build a case based on speculation with Jimmy? And you see, I keep telling Ghanaians to say, in Kofowe, they are on TV, they are on radio, and they are wearing some Vietnam suits, and they are making people think some way, Jimmy. You cannot build a case on speculation because of what to say. President saw the sack Dampare. Court, no, the action hasn't happened. What are you going to court to do? Then everybody who was appointed by the president today can go to court and say, in 3 years' time, Minim said John Mahama best sack him. I am telling the court that he should not dare sack me. So who can be sacked in Ghana? Jimmy. You have no intelligence. The foolishness in you, these old boys. Mona mo say Ghana. You are a security analyst, so are you intelligent than anyone? Then if you are going to court today because Dampare was appointed by an appointer or whoever, if the person who appointed Dampare does not have the power to sack Dampare, then any appointee by John Mahama, or be a John Mahama appointing in the Biano, can go to court tomorrow morning and say, in the future, or so be a appointee of John Mahama, ne babe to my court. I can say, in the next 2-3 years, I am sure John Mahama will sack my father. Into today, I'm coming to court to tell the court to stop John Mahama from sacking my father in the next 3 years. That is what we are dealing with. Mwejimi. So you go to court based on speculations. How do you go to court based on speculations? The action has not been committed. So if you are going to go to court based on speculations, Judge Papa Ben we are so speculations. Use speculations to judge an issue. In 10 years, Dampare has not been sacked. How does that case fly? And you see, I keep telling Ghana for say, these people, you have to be careful about Sanko Forum from say we are neutrals. We speak for Ghanaians. We are think tank. We are intellectuals. Makacham say Ghana, majority of intellectuals are foolish. I'm telling you. Yen you anoma mutiti dwom eton tomatoes ayembu omo, carpenter for ayembu omo, hairdressers ayembu omo na omo fie no, omo ni nyansa chenkofo we bebre. These people, when you take the nonsense they learned in school, I'm telling you. Now, a president came into office. He has set up a constitutional review committee. Say, yanshe constitution no. Nyame bia ye hunu se entwa ye no. Yan amend no, yan tinetine no. Inti se mwanya idea bi kura se adena president bia ba now we change IGP. Why don't you take your grievances to the committee that is taking care of amending the constitution for it to stop these kind of things? Why don't you go to the committee? Why don't you take your grievances to the committee and tell the committee, say, you know something, this constitution, we want to amend the constitution that no president should come in the future when this thing is actually accepted as Ghanaian as constitution. When anybody comes to be president of this country, that person signing to me and change IGP. Now, the Constitutional Review Committee is ongoing. Now, we court on speculations. Are you stupid? How Musku na mukon saying? The same way that he went to court to restrain the speaker on an action that he has not taken. The same stupidity. Now, if we keep on doing this, we keep on going to court on speculations. We keep on thinking, say, we need to do things to please our friends. How do we build the nation? Mona musoma kenkan cheme, me mini master so. Mona musoma de wote brofo cheme to muni nyansa. Mona musoma ndiatem. But your actions clearly say mwe Jimmy. You people are the ones derailing the progress of this nation. Because the first thing you do is that you don't go to court on speculations. Because an action had not been taken. It could take 7 years. Now President Sake Dampare. So what are you going to court on? Now the president has sacked Dampare. So whatever you have presented in court is based on speculations. What are you going to do? Are you going to fuckingly stupidly amend that suit, Nana? Jimmy. And let me tell you people something. The Chief Justice herself, she is not static. She is not constant. The Chief Justice can be sacked. Do you know that? So many things. Nobody, even the President of the Republic, he can be impeached. He can be sacked. So how can you say a police officer who has been appointed by the president, you don't understand it? You are going to court to say nobody can sack Dampare. And these are the things we do. When Jimmy, they are politicians, and they make you believe, say, politics, they are intelligence, they are intelligent people, they are analysts. Because you are analyst to Ghana. Every fool is an analyst. Jimmy be an analyst. You will be for free here. They are more platforms and they are speaking. If you are actually a security analyst, you ask yourself, what will make a president change the IGP? That's the first question you ask yourself. Did the IGP do something wrong? His job, is he actually doing his job? The job that has been given to the IGP, has he been able to fulfill it? Has he been able to make sure that his duties itself, he is paying attention to his duties? Has the IGP proven over the years that you ask yourself those questions. Then you ask yourself, the President of the Republic, does he trust the IGP? If the President does not trust the IGP, what is making the President not to trust the IGP? You are a security analyst. So you tick all these boxes. Then you have to come to a conclusion. Someone will say, so would the President be right to sack IGP? Because the issue is, it's not about sacking the person. It is not about Dampare as a human being. It is about the office he occupies. Do we trust what is coming out of the office? Can the president trust him? The decisions he takes, or he has taken, or he's about to take? These are things, security analysts, you sit and you ask, Dampare gather all of you guys in a room and tell you, go and do bidding for me. Intanopa 6, it will be wrong for you to sack Dampare. It will be wrong. The Constitutional Review Committee is there. We don't want the president to be appointing the IGPs, go there and put your fucking grievances there. They will infuse it into what they are doing. Now, out of that stupidity, I'm a president, not Pam Dampare. You people caused his downfall. For all you know, my intelligence, say the president was not even taking decision on Dampare. Yes, the president wasn't going to sack Dampare, but you people wanted to test the president. The president did not have, he wasn't even planning on sacking Dampare. He wanted to give Dampare time. The president wasn't even thinking. But you people, because Moya Sadia Weyache, and you have been doing this to presidents, you have been doing this to leaders. All that you people do, they say, Mochain, or be taking office, automatically you have intelligence about everything. Oh, we have learned this. Oh, we know this. Oh, we are an analyst. Oh, we are the certificateless analysis. Stupid analysis. How do you go to court on speculation? How do you go to court on speculation? The president has the right to sack Dampare, and he has sacked him. All because of you fools. Now, the president, when he came into office, gave Dampare job to do. The Dampare do the job. And this is going to go down. The CID boss. Because you see, Dampare, technically the police force, he takes care of administrative job. Dampare does not go down to do investigations. So when the president of the republic say, issue order, and I say, issue statement, and now issue green paper, now or instruct IGP, now or instruct the head of the police, now or state what document him say, I need investigations to be done. The president is indirectly telling Dampare, say, you don't go to the ground. You don't go down there to do investigations. Make sure the person who is in charge of investigations does the investigations. Until when the president issues a statement that he wants or he is expecting the Ghana Police Service through Dampare, who is basically the administrative boss, to do investigations, then the president is talking to the CID boss. Now the question here is, Dampare has been sacked. The CID boss needs to follow. You know why? Let me read that letter, that green letter the president released 3 days after he was sworn in. Now, Mamantia say the president needs to sack the CID boss. Okay? Who read that statement from the president on the 10th of January 2025? Your March, and the date you're saying. And then the 13th of March, President issues that statement way on the 10th of January. And Oka say the CID department of the Ghana Police Service, under the direction of the direction of the IGP then Dampare, they should conduct investigations. What has happened to this? Why responsibility for the investigations? Say ye. Why not also your investigations? No. Now, when you read the letter, take your time. I'm going to read through it. Then you understand why the CID boss immediately, the president of the republic, respectfully, he needs to sack this lady because she's a cheap party foot soldier who does not understand her job. The Inspector General of Police, Ghana Police Service, dear Dr. Dampare, request for immediate investigation into the death of 8 Ghanaians during the 2020 and 2024 general elections. Or see, the president said he's requesting all the way in January for investigations to be done. Dampare will take the letter and instruct the CID boss to do the investigations. Dampare does not do investigations. Dampare technically is an administrative head. The CID boss, her job is to go down, interrogate, make sure the facts, make sure evidence is gathered, and then a report at the end of the day is put together. The president was talking to the CID boss because I will read detailing letter insider. Ubeun said everything was directed to the CID boss. Now, Uridi or say, I have been instructed by His Excellency John Mahama to formally request your office to initiate immediate investigations into the tragic death of Ghanaian citizens during the 2020-2024 general elections. These incidents, which occurred in various parts of the country, have left a lasting scar on our democratic process, and it is imperative that justice is served for the victims and their families. The president wants investigations to be done. Dampare does not do investigations. It's the CID boss who does investigations and send the report to Dampare. What has happened to the investigations? Now, when you go to the point the president put down, you will understand why I'm saying, Dampare has been sacked. Good news. The CID boss needs to be sacked. Now, Uridi, Lieutenant President release here now. Or say, to ensure the investigations are comprehensive and transparent, we respectfully propose the following. 1. Establishment of a dedicated investigative force whose job is to make sure a dedicated investigative force is put together. It's a CID boss. Dampare will instruct the CID boss to make sure a dedicated investigative team is put together. So the job was on the shoulders of the CID boss. Now you understand what I'm saying. Into Sha or say, form a special task force within the CID. Form a special task force within the CID to focus solely on these cases, ensuring undivided attention and efficient handling of this matter. Or say, you are the administrative boss. Make sure that the CID, they form an investigative force. They form what? An investigative task force, a CID investigative task force. Whose job is that? Is the CID boss's job. Has she done it? No. Why are you my way? On yeah. What you make up? Yes. Odin Kwasiasem? Yes. So why is it said Dampare has been sacked and the CID boss is still in office? 2. Collaborate with witnesses and families. Dampare is the IGP. He cannot go down and go meet witnesses and family members. It is the CID boss who is supposed to make sure she puts a team together to go on the ground to meet victims, families, and discuss to find evidence, pick things, and then to put together to form a case or to make a case. So the job here is still on the CID boss. 3, review of electoral security arrangement. Investigate. The president said, investigate. Whose job in the police service is to investigate? Is the CID boss. Dampare has to instruct the CID boss to investigate a review of the electoral security arrangement. So Dampare, as an administrative boss, has given all the powers to the CID boss, who is a slave queen, who is supposed to make sure the president or Dana Wamano Yediso. So why are we still keeping the CID boss? Why are you insisting that Dampare should stay in office? Dampare needs to go. So Pam head coach now, I was assistant to the call. Black Stars and Kwani to be Pam head coach. You to be Pam assistant, not head coach to but a coach in the cover assistant in the buy. It is only the corrupt Black Stars that Sankwa the same we see. But in governance, in police, we are not going to allow this to happen. Now, so shall let him now read here. I'm letting you understand something. When you go to the 4th point, this is what the president says. Use of forensic evidence. Dampare is the administrative boss. Now read your say. Employ advanced forensic techniques to analyze any physical evidence from the crime scenes, including bullet casing, weaponry, and other materials. So the 4th point is still with the CID boss. She needs to investigate. Into check the president in a letter now. Every single thing pointed to investigation. So she needs to investigate and bring the report to IGP for IGP to present to the president what has happened to that. So the IGP has failed on his job. And if the IGP has failed on his job, the CID boss needs to be sacked tonight. Why is she in office? Why is the CID boss? Why is that woman in office? Now, let me show you something. When you read the other side of the letter, the other part of the letter, this is what it says. Point 5. Point 5, it says this. Oh, please. Come out, please. Team. Nah. I don't like what's happening here. Now, let me enlarge the point 5. Me and read the point 5. I'll put it on the screen. Now, when you read point 5, this is what it says. I'll say 5. Collaboration with electoral and civic bodies. Work with the Electoral Commission and other relevant agencies to review reports from the 2020-2024 elections for additional context. That's 5. Now, Okwasi will say, to maintain public trust and ensure transparency, we kindly request periodic updates on the progress of the investigations. Or say, the progress of the investigations. Okorenimo say, this will help to keep stakeholders informed and assure the public of your commitment to uncovering the truth. We are confident in the competence and professionalism of the Criminal Investigations Department. See, a president in a letter, no? Or say, we are confident in the competence and professionalism of the Criminal Investigations Department and trust that your efforts will yield the necessary results to bring justice to the victims and their families while preserving the integrity of Ghana's democratic process. The president, Anko Betumaka, said, we are confident in the competence and professionalism of the Ghana Police Service. The president could have said that. He could have generalized the statement, but the president said the investigation department of the Ghana Police Service. The president knows that Dampare is an administrative boss and that the CID boss, she is supposed to do the groundwork. That is why the president was saying the CID boss, the CID department is where he believes this job will be done. Into this woman, the CID boss, the president, with all due respect, you need to sack her. She is not supposed to be sitting in that office. Dampare is gone. We understand. He has failed on his job. But this woman, this slave queen, is not supposed to be the boss of CID in Ghana. No, 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 Mr. President. No. If you don't do this, then you will not have it easy with me, Kelvin Tailor. Never. Mr. President, because let me tell you something, Ghanaians. For this government to be able to go after anybody who has stolen from us, it is only the CID boss who can sign it off for even arrest, for even to make an arrest. You know, when it is a criminal case, it is the CID boss who has to sign it off. Now you have a CID boss who has connived with criminals in the former government. How are you going to get the people you want to arrest? Because today, say, a criminal in the MPP government, what you need to do is that you need to, at the end of the day, find evidence that crime has been committed. Now, the moment you find crime, it's a criminal case. Now, when it is a criminal case, it is the job of the CID boss to give a green light for arrest to be done. Now, if this CID boss who is sitting at the CID office on here already say, or issue a green light for the police officers to go in and arrest, Mr. President, your fight against corruption and your fight against these criminals will be in futile, because then this woman is going to block every arrest, every investigations you want to do. Single-handedly, this woman can stop the government from arresting any criminal in the MPP government. Yes. She can slow down every arrest. Because today, say Akwachina Nabia, because this woman was brought in by NPP4, they know she did not know the job. But because the friendship with somebody in Tiaden, what this woman is going to do, say, Saudi case Kotumami we nima. Or all the investigations. They will present it to the Attorney General. The Attorney General will see, say, no, this is criminal. Now we need to let the police go in. When they present this criminal document in front of this woman, she would delay it. She would delay it. She will alert a MPP for and tell them, say, a criminal case has been put before me to sign for your arrest. Because remember, when it is criminal case, you are not supposed to be invited. The police can come in and pick you up. The Ghana Police Service, when the case is a criminal case, you don't need to call a Nipana Wedi Bonani to come to the office. You don't need to be like Yapacho Bra Police Station. The moment this woman signs, say, Ampa Nanabi Yakronfo, per the evidence in front of her from the Attorney General or from the police, you know, he needs to be picked up. You know. The moment this woman signs, they pick you up. Now, do you think this woman is going to sign for you to pick Nanabi up? She's not going to do it. And it's going to capture the President of the Republic. Mr. President, John Dramani Mahama, this woman needs to be sacked. And it should be immediate. Because your oral job no more yeninano. So when you mami way through oral a waste, I'm telling you. Until you take this woman from there and get somebody who is ready to work for the people. And get an officer who is ready to make sure, say, the right things are done. The law applies. You will not get any job done, Mr. President, until you decide, say, these stumbling blocks, these are people who are hindering your government in fighting corruption. Because ononkwa obetima block anything arrest. This woman alone, she can do that. So, this is not a joke. This is not like we are playing here and I say it's favoritism. It is about sacking the CID boss now. With all due respect, Mr. President, because when he sacked Dampare and you refuse to sack this CID woman, it's a waste of time. Dampare is gone. We are happy about it. Because I don't know quite a bit my police ejumano. The man who has taken over from Dampare also has experience, 40 years experience or 30 years experience. He can do the job.
Abusia yemo bibia kwaba na yemfambra mega TV yem platform we eso. Enche ena medi besom mo se yenyanti yebi se enche yewra eye IGP Dampare omobe sakeno. Endra na jo ena news ni breaki abusia say yewra IGP dampare ene omo asake no tete yohunu Christian tete yohunu ono eneye new IGP Kelvin Tailor edi nsem etu edwa and utie nsem a owura no eka na chese eyade a in fact the next person in line I was say omu yinedi eye CID boss no yes na me de me catch us say me source minya no eye too strong and reliable. I told you say confirmed yes before say letting if the presidency ever because was say it is confirmed see you IGP dampare he has been sacked but I can say omo be making it public na Ghana fo nyina atibi enti ene ho asem na aba Ghana fo nyina ene mahudi esi on say me di kan say die ma IGP we omo eyi no eye assignment bi a yewra John Dramani Mahama edema na wantimi anye ye and I told you say nkofo ano mo ka say oh munyi IGP dampare munyi no munye say no we ka chem say munya abotre because bibi ayemre yewra John Dramani Mahama wa mani dwumadie bi na saa dwumadie no ebre ni duru ho no ma ene ebe kire say ebe yi no ana ye nyi no God being so good ene emre na duru ho no ye yi na firi ho nipa a waba no nso no ye hwe ono nso ni dwumadie yewra Christian tete yehonu this tells you say yewra John Dramani Mahama oyobi a abusiafo the second coming way he mean business in fact he means business papa the second coming way waye na adwen say every single thing a Ghana for be complaining about our no ankasa be findings or no ankasa be research no who sampa sadi we are Ghana for eken no quarry and I have to put it into consideration now abusia waye na adwen say obe take steps to that and that is what he has just started eno na washa ase a oye no eno na washa ase a owura no eye no iti Ghana for mama yempre ne yeah in fact John Dramani Mahama ebema MPP akọ position for a decade yewra NDC John Dramani Mahama ebema MPP for atena opposition for too long ene mate se sticker ene sticker si obeka no kware Stephen Amoasi obeka no kware hey let me tell you one thing so when you MP one kind of quarrel. Do you know one thing? O constituency omuye hu se wo mpe no quarrel kan na wo MPP ni awo parliament at the next election we be lose seat. Ube lose seat enti next ka ono ankasa in his own wisdom. Ni nyensa mu no watena se hu se chale the way ene Ghana for sebi omo adwini mu ato ene the way education AI artificial intelligence edi wiase na kwa kodru no sebi eburu sebi nyado se woni Ghana fo edele na sebi wa mo wani anda ho na wo ya ade bia ye debate ya ho stika na nkasa ye de bia di no because 2015 2016 stika was crying, he was crying na osu gidigidi pa live on television because ofilise amamuo no nyeden enkoyie enti Yewura John Dramani Mahama bra na ɔte so in 2015 2016 stika soon live on television ane n'ani abedie ɔkasa kyerɛ Ghanafoɔ how ɛyɛ John Mahama aban yi na ɔte so ɔde ne fa so. In fact, ɛka a lot of things. 2017 na stika ɔmo wɔ power. 2021 2022 na stika gyina parliament n'ani abere ɛkasa sɛ MPP for pay NDC for pay ɔmo mpɛw ɔmo bɛgye e-levy atom ampanyina pampaa ɔmo gye e-levy ɛkɔtwa cake ɛwɔ Seekyɛ Mensa Bunsu ne kurom ɛwɔ Swame Ashanti region bra na odi ne birthday enti ɛnɛ saa nkɔfo wɔ nyinaa tena ase ehu sɛ ampa deɛ ɛyɛ no yɛanyɛ ne yie. And the quantum of how we have lost the elections, you know. Yanhwɛ yi a sɛbi eburu sɛbi enyado ɛde nimguaseɛ bɛba party ni so ɛbɛma bia kan me nso enti nokware bia ɛwɔ sɛ meka bia no ɛwɔ sɛ meka. And next take say the National Cathedral no, it must be investigated. Ɔsi yɛnyɛ de yɛhwehwɛ National Cathedral animu nkɔfo a yɛde dwumadie hyɛ wɔn nsa no, they must be investigated. Professor Kusi Boateng nom Otabel nom Hwane Duncan Williams no mo resign yɛn so mo nyina mo ka ho bi. They must be what investigated because they were all part of it. Anaba Eastwood Anaba no. In fact, obi bia ɔde ne ho for him no, he or she must be investigated. That is what Nestika Ekano no. It tells you the kind of wind that is blowing in Ghana and as well as blowing in MPP. And no matter say MPP atnasia as aye nneɛma bi hu say baby nneɛma ekɔ ahwɛ yi a yewura John Mahama ebe to say sebi after this the term no ombesina ko panacho Ghana fo bi no be panacho so papa sesan constitution no na yɛden kɔba akoka ho because kɔba akoka ho ɔman ni bɛkɔ nanim kɔba akoka ho ɔman ni bɛgyina yie. That is what they are preparing for. It's yeka ni yeka ni bio. Yeden yeka ni yeka ni bio. People for mo pa mo sisa musuban. Me de mega meka, me betena sa meka. I know say meka obedwa, but I will say it. Mo pa mo sisa musuban until some mo be sisa musuban na wo be hu sampa. Ye wo Ghana a sebi emu nipa yenya nkwasiafo sebi emu nipa ya adwubu nya ha. Nti wobedi yen so a ɛwɔ sɛ woyɛ den obɔhya wo hye no odi so ɛde mai pepepe until sɛ mobehu saa de no deɛ Ghana for will keep on what vote against you. Nti na MPP for atena se ɔmo ankasa asese enko binom mpɛ sɛ ɔmbɛka but ɔmo ayɛ bold no so say oh it doesn't matter how much it will cost him ɔbɛka no kware. It doesn't matter how much ebe cost no. He or she is going to say the truth and he or she knows that the truth will save him. In the MPP, John Mahama, the most buomai no. And my young kai say your political party you honor position as a next election you be consider more. We don't even remember the last time Mekai said Bomia Crown, Sao no so contest election nibi. Menkai bio. She say na sem every with him, Bomia Crown Menkai say or no so your position leader be. Just like Sana Mahama, a wo position in the near bera, na all year near or Ghana for being kasa all year donations and MPP for 2 years did know. And then who the using the usefulness of it. Mo be sad do position. But someone who's a phenomarchy or the other way, phenomarchy way you a choreographer or whatever. Or a choreographer. Say no mokano. And then a phenomarchy or sakiti or the boom after parliamentary proceedings now the what's in a washing. Now or sakiti on impeach because that is the only thing obeying me. the constituency futufoɔ ɛbɛto abama no. Apart from that, ntumi nyɛ hwee bio because efutufoɔ ɛfɔ ɔmo ho adwene ba ɔmo hu sɛ akwa wi odidi ne tiri ho ɔmo hu sɛ akwa wi ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ den oyi so n'adwene ɛde ma yɛ nti efutufoɔ ɛhu nyansa sɛbi ɛba sɛbi nyanka so ɔmo agyi mi mom but efutufoɔ ɛnya adwene bi sɛ afɔ nyɔma aken ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo sesa no because he has been in the futu for so many times for so many years nti MPP. Mungyina yie because Ghanafoɔ sɛdeɛ na sɛbi eburu sɛbi enya ado Ghanafoɔ adwene sɛdeɛ na moyɛ no ɛnɛ mabɛsɛ biribiara ɛyɛwura John Mahama amia hu sɛ ampa yɛwɔ political party bi a ebetumi asɔ ɔman no mu yie which is the Green NDC. People mumpɛ the Green NDC. NDC is going to rule this country for a decade because they have proven to Ghanaians sɛ ɔbɛtumi awuli ɔman wei yɛwura John Mahama akyerɛ sɛ ampa ɛnɛ passport ane yɛ 500 o de fan chain kura de wutumi tu abɛ 2000 and the passport they reduce 150 cedis e de about 350 papa ne nyade o de nam na MPP o da so ayɛ jandam kwatache frifa na o te hɔ no ma na o yɛ for the record na o read book bi obiebie book mu te sɛ KG ni no na o te ne studio hɔ no na obiebie book mo flip book na ɔkasa na nkofo binom di akyiri na ɔmo yɛ yo hwan nana ɛkasa asi so ɔmo te ahemfie sɛbi you see some of these things and atwam Captain Kogi Smart asɔra na odi na temi saa di yɛ bi trend dia captain yɛ bi na so di so nti odi papa na tem which means so waduru ho atem MPP for ngina yie because say NDC ebu ɔman ni yie Ghana ni bi obeka no kware bia no matter the party you belong to obehu se party ene NDC for eyi party kala ato nkyɛn na omu bu ɔman no se de se bi Ghana for ye pɛ eti Kelvin Tailor yakopo ishira yeta wachi some of us yeta wachi omu jimi asebi famomo eti CID boss no maame no John Mahama yesrew ye internet twon no susi nkyɛn na sisi ekwan ni mu nda hɔ na the oral team no omo di sika said na stake kan the National Cathedral akonfo asofa akonfo no otabe on they should be what prosecuted. Those people must be prosecuted fast sharp one cry because Ghana ni no biadia the oman bibi show side doesn't mean so bet my head ape I Mr. Namika o atamfo wedding kuku Mr. Namika that is the fact. Mama Chiba for United States of America Yankopo Shira Mama Roya B UK Obi bi ahwemega TV no Yankopo Shira Roya B the movie series bi ba me so ko Roya B TV na subscribe to me ankasa me maame no subscribe to the channel no na movie odi ba na Jaco edimu tinteman be say enye movie ketwa wabɔ ho ka and movie no nso se bi nyanse sua wom story life changing movie na ko subscribe to Mami Royal B TV the BB ntimi nkoso me Mami Chiba for Yankopɔ nyɛ okase obi bi ahwe bia no Yankopɔ hyira subscribe for comment to hanom number 1 authentic platform Bega TV makro bibia bye bye.